very interesting story to share with some of you, but I'm going to keep it discreet and not post it or talk about it on social media, as I have kind of been away from social media, especially through my YouTube, in regards to expressing some things that's been happening and what's going on. It's still not very clear to me if I am going to stay here and extend my visa, though there's many people in different areas and cities of Jordan that is telling me just stay. Tomorrow I'm having Arabic language lessons that are in the Quran as well, in a mosque. So a female friend who totally accepts me and loves me for who I am, who's really genuine, really. Her husband is a police officer, and yeah. So the thing is, because of these certain dramas and things that have been out of my control, that are external events, there's a lot of directions that my life is being taken or will be taken in the next several days to the next several weeks and months. And like I said, it's all external events. That is, I have the decisions to make for my personal life. Yes, certain things is in my control, but other things are not in my control. Hence why, even though I'm not being very clear on what I'm talking about, I have to deal with these certain matters first. And due to these certain matters, it's being shown to me who's real, who's not real, and who's genuinely trying to make or wanting to make this spiritual reasoning of me being in Jordan and Aqaba in particular valid. Okay, that's why I'm here, for the spiritual reasonings. Okay, so what I mean by that is there are certain individuals that are trying to get me off this spiritual path, okay, of Islam. Okay, so whether you've been watching me or know me personally, the reason why I'm in Jordan is I legally, through certification, converted to Islam November the 16th. I know I haven't shown the actual report. I will be doing so soon. But since then, a lot of things have been happening, okay? People that are very much wanting to be in my life, trying to help or trying to be part of something with me, and then also distracting me because they are lost souls themselves, okay? If we cannot help ourselves, we cannot help other people. This is the law of the universe. This is the law of Allah. This is the law of everything in life. We have to first help ourselves. And a lot of times as human beings, when we are weak, when we are lost, we put on this persona that we are not lost. And due to weak desires and lusts of friendship, or feeling pride or egotistical or wanting to be heard, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, people put on this persona of being strong when they're actually feeling very hurt and weak in life, okay? So these are the distractions that are being thrown my way by other people right now, okay? It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's really a test of maybe spiritual faith on my part, as well as showing me what I really truly want and what I truly need for myself, okay? I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm very happy of converting to Islam. I know I did it in July 2023, but being here and doing it this way, let me tell you, I am so happy and proud of myself for doing this. I have nothing to lose but everything to gain. And other people's actions, projections, and judgments towards me is really a pure reflection of them on their selves, you know? Like, for example, it's very normal here to see women alone or with other women wearing hijabs and smoking shisha or smoking cigarettes in public, and frowning upon other women who appear a certain way or who have tattoos. Not that I'm saying they're all like this towards me at all, or even just towards like foreigners, but there is a judgment. And can you tell me where in Islam it is okay for a woman to smoke shisha or smoke? Why are you wearing a hijab then? So my tattoos were all done before I converted to Islam, so this gets erased. The sin of tattoos gets erased. Sure, I'm not perfect. Perhaps I may sin in other things or get pushed into doing so. So as I mentioned, there are a few women here, or a woman in particular, that I'm sticking to, because the other ones I don't really want to connect with, because I could truly tell when someone is being genuine from their heart and really wants the best for me and for themselves. Because if you want the best for someone else, you really truly want the best for yourself, because it's a mirror effect. That which you send out, it returns to you, okay? You have to understand, when it comes to religion, whether it's Islam, Christianity, or any other religion, people always mistake their culture for their religion, or vice versa, okay? The Jordanian culture doesn't mean it is Islam, or any other Arabic culture out there doesn't mean. For example, a niqab, which you saw me wearing maybe in Jordan 2 days in a row, and then after that I didn't wear it due to many factors, though I love wearing a niqab, it's not actually Muslim. It's pre-Muslim. In Islam, you're not supposed to cover your face. So another important factor is, I just feel like, there's the same lady, she's like, if anyone ever, when I first met her and I went to her house, she's like, if anyone, which was several weeks ago, if anyone ever judges you based off your tattoos, don't worry that they should be looking at their own life, because they themselves have a million mistakes and a million things that is wrong with them, okay? And she said, and I never said anything to her, and I'm sure she knows that this can go around anywhere in the world, and it doesn't matter what nationality or what religion or what country or whatever, people are gonna judge. And I'm not saying people are judging me at all. Hell, I always look at it like I can be a judge as well, though I don't like it, but I can. And I see a lot of stupid people all over this planet that sit there and judge other people, but they can't even look at themselves in their own mirror. If you watch so I don't know if my videos are cutting off while I'm talking, but I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody speaks to me in Arabic when they see me on the street, when I go places. A lot of people assume I'm Arabic, or so I don't usually try to speak to them in English. I will try to answer what I can, or I'll just use translator, or just say yes or no, or nod my head or something. But I don't know, but everyone's telling me just stay longer, even though, but here's the thing, if I did leave in the end of January or February, I'm not going to learn Arabic that quickly, so I would have to stay. Another thing that I want to mention is, ever since that day of November 16, where I went to the courthouse, which it was a 4-hour process, the judge told me in the end, he said, in the beginning when we met you, and everyone also calls me Bedouin because the Bedouins have a certain style and energy to them, which they feel that I resonate on, or they'll call me a Sheikha or Bedouin. So since the day of the 16th, I've had like a legit 5 marriage proposals. One is an imam from Petra. One is a Bedouin Sheikh leader of 5,000 Badus tribe of Bedouins in Petra. These are all real marriage proposals. One is an Arabic teacher in Saudi Arabia, and 2 other Bedouins, and I haven't responded, and they keep wanting an answer, and it's been almost a month, and they want an answer, and I'm not answering because I feel that I deserve the best. Not that I'm saying none of these people are suitable for me. Okay, so I may be like talking all over the place, because going from one thing to another, and that's because people are around, they're kind of listening to what I'm saying, and I don't. Anyways, I'm right in front of the Red Sea, sitting down having this. Will I get back into wearing a niqab? We'll see. But my point is, okay, going back to the court. So the judge said to me, in the beginning we thought you don't know much about the Quran or Islam, but in the end we realize you're pretending to not know, and you are a lot more intelligent than you show yourself. Because in the end, I literally, off by heart, started reciting an entire prayer from the Quran, because they know I'm coming from Armenia, and they thought, maybe. And they just kept repeatedly asking me, is anyone forcing you to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? And I just kept wholeheartedly saying yes. And they were just saying one of the biggest crimes is if you go back to Christianity, are you sure you want to do this? And I said wholeheartedly. If I didn't, I would have walked away just from the 4-hour wait. But in the beginning, I just kind of wasn't showing myself as knowledgeable, because that's just my personality. If I'm going to be in an environment or neighborhood, area, I want to make sure that I'm even okay, I'm taken care of, and what the intentions. It can be intimidating too, right? I was reciting, I was there being interviewed basically in front of a lot of people, right? And we had a translator as well. So yeah, there's these marriage proposals, and I'm pretty sure the marriage proposals are gonna keep rising in number. Anyways, as I said, I have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain by converting, and since then I haven't lost. I'm very happy about it. As I've mentioned to many people, Islam is the only spiritual path that really has affected my heart the way and healed me. And each time I get down on my knees and prostrate and kneel before Allah, I can feel the shift in my heart that goes throughout, in and out of my body. And sometimes I inhale and exhale and heal. It's constant healing, and each time I pray, it's a different experience. I can't say that I've experienced that with other mantras or other ways of spirituality, but this is my personal path, right? So I think I'm just gonna leave this video as there, and that's for those of you who don't know, this is Israel right here. That's how close we are. Last week, 10:30 at night, we're down there. There were 3 planes from Yemen, if I'm not mistaken, that got shot down. There was missiles right above our heads, and everybody was screaming Allahu Aqaba because they got scared that the bomb was going to be dropped in Jordan. But it was during the ceasefire, the first day of the ceasefire, if I'm not mistaken. And I know for a fact that I'm not alone in this, and there are many women, both foreign and both Arab, that feel the same way and get pressured into, I don't know, maybe becoming something that they are not, or forced into a lifestyle that they don't want to be in. And I really feel like that's my purpose in life, in a sense, that because all my life I've been in human rights and women's rights, and even defended the youth, both men and children, in circumstances, right? But always understand that we shouldn't be really doing something as major and big as this alone. Though it can be an individual path, you have to kind of just make it individual until you find the correct, genuine people around you. around you, you know? And you know, it's interesting because there are some people out there that are like, oh, you know, well, Muslim people are judgmental, or yeah, they pray, but, or yeah, they say they're Muslim, or yeah, they wear hijabs and all this, but then they do everything wrong in the book. Okay, but I'm not for everyone, and I don't make mistakes. As human beings, we all make mistakes, but that's no excuse to not like pray or not get closer to Allah. You have to get closer. The whole point is to feel. It's never about being perfect. It's never about always. Why would we be on planet Earth? Why would we have a life to live on Earth if we were perfect? The message of Allah is the main point. It's the message. It's not to sit there and criticize and judge people. Though I do believe in pointing out certain factors to help, and people have to really truly understand that every human being is like this. It's not just a small community of people or a big community of people. It's not one race, it's not one tribe, it's not one religion, it's the entire race of the world. They all operate like that. Do you understand? And for me personally, personally speaking, not for someone else, I go where my spirit calls me to go. For the first time in my life, I submitted to Allah, to God. Never submitted to anything in my life. And for that first time till now, my spirit has been resurrected. My heart has been purified, cleansed, and it happens regularly. So some people may see prayer as a weakness, but I'm telling you right now, when you totally give yourself and it's genuine, it's very personal. It's very private and it's very personal when you pray. So I know I've said this a million times because I've tried every mantra, I've read every religion, and nothing affected my heart, and that's why I became an atheist. I was an atheist because everything I tried led me to believe there's no true God. That's what I believed at that time. But then when I allowed finally for Islam to take me and I accepted it into my heart, everything changed and nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. No one else's opinion matters about it. It's just me and Allah and the universe that Allah has given to me. This is how I see it. And I'm being consistently nourished every day, even though I'm tested. And praises. That's it.